Hello and welcome to my channel. I am your psychic housekeeper, and it is so good to speak to everyone in sorts. Today I wanted to show everyone how I do a Celtic cross spread. Since beginning my journey with tarot and oracle cards, I've come across various versions of the Celtic cross spread in books and online, and I think that's common knowledge to a lot of people. It's pretty obvious that there are a bunch of versions of this famed spread, either online or in books or, well, everywhere in between. Though well, a lot of them I have enjoyed, but to be honest, I have to say that working with some of them have confused me because of some of the questions that were being asked. I felt that some of the spread position titles were a bit vague or not specific. So yeah, some of the spreads that are out there, the Celtic cross spreads, are a bit confusing to me. So what Spirit had me do before, a couple weeks before the opening of my shop, was sort of meditate and I guess channel my own interpretations of some of the spread positions within the Celtic cross. And so I just wanted to let everyone know that if you come to me for a Celtic cross spread, what you'll get is perhaps a slightly different version of what you are accustomed to. I promise I didn't change very much. I just specified certain things for my own benefit and clarified certain questions for my own benefit, and just sort of reworked the questions. So some of the, well, general questions that were being asked out there, I just sort of like went through a few Celtic cross versions and sort of went through some of the different positions, and then sort of combine everyone's position titles for some of these positions into my own questions. So I sort of got a general feel for what everyone else was asking in their own Celtic cross spreads, and sort of came up with my own questions for them. So as you'll see, my version is not very different. I mean, for the most part anyway, the different Celtic cross spreads that you'll find out there, they are quite similar. I mean, you'll find like 2, 3, or 4 cards that are a bit different from each other, from one Celtic cross to another. So I just wanted to put that out there, that mine is also slightly different from what you may be accustomed to. So with that being said, let us begin. Okay, before I start, here's my sort of stick on significator cards. I know that some people love using them, some people don't. I'm one of those people who loves to use significator cards, just because I find for me that they focus or ground or anchor the reading that much more. And here's another deal with that. If you come to me with a specific situation in mind, I will go ahead. Well, I don't always pick out, by the way, a significator card for my readings. I may hold what you're coming to me with in my mind, or I may do both, hold your situation in my mind and then include a significator for you, as I'm doing with this reading. Okay, so that's for the people who reveal to me what they want this the reading to be about. For the people who are willing to give less information about what they are looking into, I have no problem with that, but I will pick a significator for you. And yeah, for the people who just say that, you know, they're just open to whatever message that Spirit has for them, I will go ahead and pick your significator from this the very same deck that you're going to be reading with. So basically I'll shuffle and I'll pick the significator at random, just like I'm picking cards 1 through 10 for your reading. So yeah, that will be picked at random, as opposed to me purposefully selecting a card that represents your situation from a different deck if you're coming to me with something specific in mind. So for example, the person that I'm reading for today, it's a woman who just landed. She let me know that she just well, I know that she just landed a new job, and so she wanted to look into the energies, positive or negative, surrounding this new relationship. And she wanted to know if you know, there will be any snags along the way and things like that, and just what she can look out for, and just some encouragement to keep going on her way. So for that, I went ahead and like I said, because she's someone who told me what she's going through, I went ahead and selected the Two of Cups to represent her in the company, well, her new relationship with the company, out of a different deck. So this is out of the Housewives Tarot by Kepple. I hope I'm saying his name correctly, and Jude Buffum. So that'll be, and I don't always incorporate the significator into, well, embed it into the reading. Sometimes I will embed it, and sometimes it'll just be in the background, like right now. All right, let us begin. By the way, this is this beautiful deck is Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot. I recently got it, and I absolutely love the artwork in this deck. I may do a review of it in the future, and yeah, I love it, and I connect well with it. I have been reading a lot with it since I acquired it. So that's what we're using today. And again, the situation is someone asking about the energies surrounding her new job. Okay. Card number 1 will be the present light side of the situation, or actually the illuminated side of the situation. This is what she is aware of in this situation. She has the Queen of Pentacles. Card number 2 is her desires in this situation. She has the Nine of Wands. Card number 3 is the timeless shadow side of the situation. This is what is hidden in the situation. Card number 4 is the recent past of the situation, so I go as far back as 2 weeks. She got the Page of Swords, and by the way, this is the Strength card. Sorry about that. Card number 5 is the near future of the situation, so 2 weeks later. 9 of Cups. Card number 6, what is not or seemingly not working in favor of the situation? 4 of Cups. Number 7, how her environment affects the situation. The Fool. Card number 8, what is working in favor? What is working in favor of the situation? 8 of Pentacles. Card number 9, the outcome of the situation 6 months later, if all things considered remain the same. The Devil. I will move my white highlight a little to the right. So her outcome card is the Devil. And number 10 is guidance from Spirit, what she needs to know or do in order to move forward. The Justice card. All right. And guys, I just want to say that as a future reference, if we were to do a live reading, you would have to give me just a couple of minutes to actually read the cards. I don't always, many a times I will start reading right off the bat, right as soon as the cards hit the table, but sometimes I like to take my time and just piece together what it is that I'm looking at. So I just wanted to say that. This person that I'm reading for is actually a dear friend of mine, and so I know about her situation in detail. So let's go through the cards pretty much one by one, and I'll let you know how the reading relates to her situation. I will put the 10th card to the side for a second. I want to start with the Page of Swords, which connects to the energies of the last 2 weeks of her life. This person was the past couple of weeks before landing the job, this person was sort of waiting around for an answer from the company as to whether or not she landed the jobs. And so I see the Page of Swords as sort of her being a little bit anxious, a little bit impatient for an answer. And now that she has actually landed the job, I see the Queen of Pentacles as her actually having that job. Seeing as how she will begin training pretty soon, I see the 9 of Wands as her sort of waiting around to till the start date of her training. The 9 of Wands is very much about being alert, being on guard, and so I sort of see that as her sort of she has a few days until her training starts. So the 9 of Wands once again falls in the slot of her desires, so she's sort of waiting around for them to start. Excuse me for that. Okay, and underneath the situation, the shadow side of the situation is her own strength. I see this person very much as very much being a strong person in this situation. And so she may not look that way to others, even though she's a very nice person. She may not look that way to others, but I think that this person is quite strong, and at this moment in time they are pulling on their strength to go ahead and make this job work for them. The next couple of weeks is being represented by the Nine of Cups. I see this as her being quite emotionally satisfied with this new opportunity. It is it's pretty much what she was looking for, really. She pretty much attracted to her exactly what she was looking for, actually, and then some. In the position of this is what is not working or seemingly not working for them in this situation is the Four of Cups. And so I see this as saying to her that and I sort of see a connection between the Four of Cups and the Page of Swords, in that right now as well, before her training begins, actually, she has to go through a lot of I suppose red tape or bureaucracy. She has you know, the drug test to go through and this and that and background checks and everything, and certain things she has sort of said to me, I don't know why these people are asking me all these questions, and you know, what's going on, like, this is too much, like, I just want to start working. You know, she sort of said to me, yeah, like, you know, yeah, why do they need all this information? Just, yeah, like, let's just get on with business. And so the Four of Cups is a lot about sort of boredom, impatience, not giving into things, not sometimes it can mean not accepting what something that is given to you. So I sort of relate the Four of Cups to this Page of Swords, in that she's a little bit impatient at this time, and so this is not working in her favor, this attitude of impatience. So yeah. And then in the position of how her environment affects the situation is the Fool. I imagine that with things being sort of financially tough at the moment, the Fool to me sort of represents her saying, you know, hey, you know, her doing what she needs to do to make things work for herself. Her taking a jump with this, taking a chance and sort of making a leap of faith when it comes to this job. Sort of a beggars can be choosers kind of thing going on there with this Fool. I can imagine the people around her, including myself, telling her that, you know, hey, just be patient with what's going on, and just continue on your path and just be patient for what's going on. And of course she knows that she has to be patient with all of this bureaucracy and red tape and all of that. So I see this, and as well, I mean, her environment being not only the people that are around her, her environment being just her financial situation as well. For some time she was unemployed, and so yeah, this is, I see this Fool as telling her to just be patient and just go for it and just go with the flow. The next card being what is actually working for her in this situation is the Eight of Pentacles. And among other things, the Eight of Pentacles represents represents repetition. And I see this as the fact that she said the job is a permanent one. Before, she was actually working a temp job. And so I see this, she was quite happy. And we see this happiness here in the Nine of Cups. She was quite happy about the fact that this was a permanent position and not a temporary one. So this is what's working for her in working in her favor in this situation. The Eight of Pentacles. Outcome 6 months in is the Devil. I definitely see that okay, let me just say this. Many a times when we've been unemployed for a little while and you just get a job, I mean, you feel good and emotionally, and the Sun card may very well had been in this position, but she got the Nine of Cups, which expresses emotional satisfaction. I mean, we're quite happy. We're like, yeah, hallelujah, I have a job. But many a times, you know, you start working, not that you're not grateful for what you have, but sometimes things can get a little overwhelming after a while, especially, let's just say that, you know, you take this what's the word, not unwilling, but this I can't find the word right now, but I'll just say this forceful vacation when you're unemployed and you're sort of well, you're not working as much as you're used to, and you can sort of, even though, yeah, you're in the headspace of wanting to find a job, but you're pretty much around the house chilling and while you're job hunting. Okay, I know it's not all fun and games, you're still job hunting, but it's, I suppose, more easygoing than, okay, you toiling 9 to 5 at something that, a job that may not necessarily be your dream job. You know, you're doing when you start working, we do what we have to do. I mean, it's no secret, let's just face it, that, you know, most of us, when we work at something, at a company job or whatever it is, many a times it's not our dream job. I mean, like, we're doing it for, we're quite grateful on one hand, but we're sort of doing it out of necessity. And so I can imagine that this is sort of like 2 weeks into the future, and then this is 6 months into the future. I can imagine that perhaps this is certain things about her job are starting to get to her, and perhaps she's sort of thinking like, you know, certain things are just like, you know, what are they doing, or just these little things that creep up in our heads when we start working. I mean, we've all been there when, you know, again, like I said, you have a job, you're quite grateful for it, but it's not all fun and games. So yeah, we do this out of obligation, but sometimes things will get to us. It's inevitable. And so this is what I see in this Devil. And so yeah, it's not that big of a deal to me. Yeah, this is major arcana and everything, but it's not, this Devil, I don't see a big deal with this this Devil here. So finally, across, and this is you may have noticed that this is one of the cards that I have sort of remixed. This is the Justice card, and I just want to say this as well. While I am by no means an expert at astrology, I very much enjoy hearing about it and studying it and listening to people talk about it. And so I know that the Justice card is very much linked to Libra people, and she is a Libra person, excuse me, funny enough. And this is, like I said, this is one of the positions that I sort of remix for my own benefit. The card that crosses card number 1. And the Justice card in this situation is telling me that, well, this is sort of Spirit telling her, to me anyway, you got this. You know, I mean, this person is a level-headed person. She is, her sign is linked with the element of air, but I very much see this person as being such a level-headed person, a grounded person. And so whatever happens, even with this devil here, she doesn't need to sweat it. I mean, she knows what to do. Spirit is sort of telling her, like, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. She knows when to back off when she needs to. She knows not to kill herself. She's a hard worker, but she would never cross the line. She's willing to do what she needs to do at this moment in time in her life to make it, to pay her bills. But yeah, this is a sort of to me, this is not necessarily anything new here. This is sort of Spirit giving her, my interpretation of this card in this context here is Spirit giving her a nod, saying, yeah, you go, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. And as I said, this person is quite level-headed, so yeah, they're not gonna, even though she's a hard worker, she's not gonna kill herself with work and everything. So that is how I would do a Celtic cross spread if you were to come to me. All right, well, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out my channel. I love doing this, guys, and I am now on Etsy at YourPsychicHousekeeper. I guess my name was in certain parts of Etsy, my name was a bit too long, so you'll find me at Your Psych Housekeeper, even though I am officially Your Psychic Housekeeper. It's no big deal to me. I know who I am. And now you do too. I am your psychic housekeeper once again, and happy spring equinox, guys. Happy Ostara. I hope you have a ton of fun today. And yeah, swing by my Etsy to give this a try. Check this out. I have a few other readings up. Yeah, check this out. And thank you again for watching, guys. I hope you have a great weekend.